the true story about the making of the cult classic film that many consider to be the worst movie ever made, The Room. The Room, which came out in 2003, has been growing in popularity since its underwhelming release. With the exception of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, I'm not sure that any movie has had a longer theatrical run. Now, I didn't research this, so I could be way off, but that's what my gut tells me. If you've seen The Room, you understand why it is so rewatchable. It is a movie that, if watched with a group of people, becomes a movie you can't help but fall in love with. But it isn't just the movie, it's the mystique of its creator, Tommy Wiseau. Now, I have read The Disaster Artist, which is written by Tommy's best friend and co-star of The Room, Greg Sestero. I also have met Sestero and listened to him speak about his experience on the set of the movie and about his friendship with Wiseau. The two have been close friends since the 1990s, but Sestero claims to not know Tommy's true age, how he made millions of dollars to sink into The Room, or even where he's originally from. Something about this relationship feels off to me. Sestero regularly goes to events and makes fun of Tommy Wiseau, but he's also a close friend. The Disaster Artist book and movie do not paint Wiseau in a flattering light. Either they aren't as close as they seem, Sestero is lying about what he doesn't know about Tommy Wiseau to keep up the mystique, or they truly have one of the strangest relationships on the planet. The movie The Disaster Artist is, of course, based on the book of the same name. Because the movie had to fit close to 300 pages into 90 minutes, there's a bunch of stuff that was just glossed over or omitted altogether. In fact, I'm not sure how coherent the story would have been if I wasn't familiar with the book and the movie The Room. James Franco did a wonderful job directing and also playing Tommy Wiseau. Some of the acting feels less than stellar, almost as if the actors couldn't keep a straight face while acting out the scenes. Now, honestly, I don't mind this here because it just adds to the charm of letting the world in on one of the strangest movie-making experiences ever. We get to see recreations of a lot of the most famous scenes from the film, and they are spot on perfect. We get to see Tommy Wiseau and Greg Sestero's on-screen relationship grow, and it feels very organic and real, mainly because Greg Sestero is played by Dave Franco and Tommy Wiseau is played by James Franco, real-life brothers. The Disaster Artist is fast-paced, and basically it's just a wham-bam group of strange things that happen on the set. You can tell all of the actors in the film are friends offset, and a lot of them show up in other films together. I'm honestly not sure if I would suggest watching The Room first or The Disaster Artist first. I don't think the order really matters. If you watch The Disaster Artist first, you may think that they're exaggerating the weirdness of The Room and of Tommy Wiseau. But once you see The Room, you'll see that it's a perfect representation. But if you watch The Room first, it's going to be hard not to want to watch The Disaster Artist to see how such an amazing train wreck ever got made. Watching this 5 years after it came out, it didn't knock my socks off like it originally did, but it was still a lot of fun, and it was a good supplemental watch after recently rewatching The Room and reading The Disaster Artist. Truth truly is stranger than fiction. Eating pizza, eating ramen noodles, excess use of green screens, pinky promises, sexy photo shoots, typing on a typewriter,